What's up, everybody? Phantom here at BirdChirpGaming. Here to bring you a nice little review of the PvE portion of Destiny. So, man, I just beat it, and man, I've gone through so many different views on this game, to be completely honest. First off, with the beta, I didn't really know what to think. I had fun with it, but I thought it was lacking story. And for the most part, I think that's where I'm sticking with it. Like I said, I just beat it kind of this morning. It took me about 3 days, and that's, coming home from work, beating it, or, playing it. And, I didn't play it all the way through, and it didn't take me 3 days all the way through. I'm going to say it probably took me about 6 hours game time. That's probably about the average. And, my overall consensus on it is it's not a great game, but it's not a very bad game either. And Cousin will tell you, I was texting him pretty much every day, and my viewpoint has been changing dramatically. Here and there, it's spiked up and gone down, and all that stuff. I mean, first and foremost, this game is meant to be played with somebody else. If you're playing by yourself, then you're probably not going to have a whole lot of fun. And some of these levels might be a little bit tough, but the game's meant to be played with other people, which it definitely shines in that area. But I mean, first off, the story is, as far as that goes, it's pretty lacking, and it's almost non-existent to some degree. They don't really give you a good synopsis of what's going on and who you are, what you're doing, and why you're doing it. They kind of just throw you into the game and you say, here you go. And I like to describe it as saying, I open up a book and I just start reading. So I open up the book halfway and I start reading and I try to figure out what's going on, what I missed. I mean, that's basically what I felt like playing the first couple of levels. I played like the first 11 levels, and I didn't even know what the heck I was doing. I didn't know who I was, what I was doing, why I was doing it. So that's really what kills this game for me. I had no desire to keep playing because I didn't know what I was doing. But I'm a completionist, so I had to keep playing, and I had to keep playing with my friends that I told them, I'd help you beat I'd help you beat the game, and I had to keep playing, and also I had to continue playing because of the multiplayer and all that stuff. I hadn't gotten into the multiplayer after day one. I've played maybe a dozen games so far, and the whole obvious thing is you need to find guns to compete in multiplayer, and the ones that you like to use and you feel like you have a good shot at. So it seems like a lot of people are using pretty much all the weapons, which is good. You're using auto rifles. You got some people using shotties, fusion rifles, snipers, scout rifles, all that stuff. The pistols are a little scarce, but some people have used them, so that's good. I mean, the what am I going to say here? I threw myself off because I was talking about PvP, and I told myself I wouldn't do that. But so let's go back into the story. The story, as far as combat, the combat is pretty similar to how Halo was, which is pretty good. Unfortunately, I don't think it was as hard, I guess, as Halo's, and I thought the story was a little easy. It's kind of rinse and repeat, which is a huge downfall, which made the campaign a little bit more boring for me. You spawn on the same map and you go kind of do the same missions over and over and over again, one after another, and usually that's helped by a story. You beat a level and then there's a cutscene, and then you beat a level and then there's a cutscene, and sometimes there's a cutscene in between the levels. But in this game there really wasn't. There wasn't a whole lot of story. You're told the story via Peter Dinklage, and I don't know, he doesn't do that very good of a job doing it. So as far as that is, I think the what do you call it? The ability to go into a game and see other people playing on the same level as you, I think that's really cool. That's phenomenal. I thought that was pretty exciting. I can elect to go into a game and help other people for a couple minutes, and then they can help me for a couple minutes. I thought that was really cool. Unfortunately, you can only go in with 2 other people, so max fire team of 3 instead of the typical 4 for every other game. So other than that, I think that is the overall synopsis of how I feel, I'd give it probably the PvE portion a 5 out of 10. I think a lot of people you'll see say that the campaign is a little small, but it's not that small. I mean, to be honest, like I said, it took me 3 days to beat it, which is kind of typical. I've beaten other games in a lot less time. And I had fun with the combat, but I think the story was kind of lacking, you know, it's kind of upsetting that, you know, they spent all this money on this game and hyped it up so much that the story kind of sucked, and you know, that's that. I mean, the combat's good, but the story sucked. I mean, that's my overall consensus. If you ask me later, I might change it, but for now, that's what it's going to be. So hopefully you stay tuned for more stuff with the PvP portions. I know I have a couple games recorded, and I'm going to put a little video together with the PvP stuff. So I want to plug a little bit of Cousin. If you're over here from the Madden side, keep watching his stuff. He's top 50 in Madden, and he's just recently put out an Eagles video, and that stuff's awesome. So, because of course we're from Philly, and I just want to say this right now: we hate the Cowboys and the Giants and the Redskins. They all suck. So, later stuff, and hope you have a nice day. Great. See ya.